alle rappresentative nazionali della Repubblica Ellenica e della Repubblica Socialista di Cecoslovacchia. L'incontro sarà diretto dal signor Partridge, Gran Bretagna, coadiuvato dai segnaline signori White e Richardson, Gran Bretagna. Vi presentiamo le squadre. Repubblica Socialista di Cecoslovacchia, con il numero 21 Zeman, 2 Barkos, 3 Jur, 4 Ondrus, 5 Gög, 7 Kozak, 8 Panenka, 10 Masni, 11 Nehoda, 15 Vizek, 18 Berga. A disposizione dell'allenatore con il numero 12 Vojacek, con il 13 Liška, con il 14 Fiala, con il numero 9 Gustacek, con il numero 22 Keketi. Questa è la squadra della Repubblica Ellenica. Con il numero 1 Constantinu, con il 2 Kirastas, con il numero 3 Iosifidis, con il 4 Kapsis, con il numero 5 Firos, con il numero 6 Livakinos, con il 7 Terzananis, con il numero 16 Kuis, con il 20 Anastopoulos, con il 19 Kostikos, con il numero 15 Mavros. A disposizione con il numero 21 Pupakakis, con il 13 Xantopoulos, con l'8 Nikoludis, con il 10 Galakos, con il numero 18 Nicolau.
Ted, as you can see, we're seeing the caption there. Well, welcome to the Olympic Stadium here in Rome as we come towards the end of another scorching day with Czechoslovakia after that win for West Germany earlier this evening, finding their grip on this European Championship slipping away. And tonight they really need an emphatic victory and some unlikely help on Tuesday from the team they play tonight, Greece. A small crowd here in the Olympic Stadium for two reasons, really. The game is being shown live on Italian television. And there was also a lot of general disappointment with the performance of the Czechoslovakians in that opening game against West Germany. What support there is here, though, is all for the Greeks, massed away to the right, out of your picture at the moment. As we look at the Czechoslovakian side, and as expected, Netolička, who took the blame for West Germany's goal on Wednesday, loses his place in goal to Stanislav Zeman. He wins his second cap. Also in is Jan Berger in midfield, and Marian Masny, who's been out of form and fitness, is back in the attack. And there are plenty of those flags around the stadium. The blue and white of Greece, the real outsiders, but very proud of their performance against Holland. And once the national anthems are completed, I'll ask Ron Atkinson, who's with me here in the commentary box, for his thoughts on tonight's game.
Well, the Czechs have got to show far more attacking ideas than they did the other night against the Germans, and I would fully expect tonight to see their skipper Ondrush being given far more license to come forward from the back. I felt he was a little bit restricted against the Germans in the first match. For their part, we saw the Greeks training last night, spoke to their manager for a while, and they're fully confident. They have the feeling tonight they can get a good result for their country and by possibly trying to outrun the Czechs.
The Greeks, in fact, were very, very disappointed with the manner of their defeat as we look again at the Czechoslovakian side, but the Greeks felt that the luck was against them against Holland, and indeed the players were all in tears in the dressing room after the game. So disappointed were they. And they'd gone into that match, remember, really feeling the underdogs and not sure whether they really deserved the right to be on the same field as a team like Holland. But they've got all that out of their system now, and they're really looking forward to this game against Czechoslovakia. We hope we'll be able to show you the Greek team in a moment. It's the same one, apart from one change that played against Holland. Ardi-Zoglu, who was injured in that game, is out of the side, and Anastopoulos, who came on, the number 20 there, came on as substitute, now gets his place in the starting lineup. Kostikos there, the number 19, passed a late fitness test on an injured knee to take his place in the attack. And if one or two of those Greek names and Greek faces might be a bit unfamiliar to you, you'll surely recognise the man in the middle there, Pat Partridge, who is assisted tonight by two English linesmen, Clive, and the back pass from Iosifidis for Vasiliou Constantinou, who gave away that penalty by which Greece were beaten on Thursday. Looking for Kostikos, and here's Anastopoulos, who made such an impact when he came on as substitute, and a player that the crowd really took to their hearts down in Naples. And the Czechs come forward with Kozak again. Kapsis getting in quickly for Greece, but only as far as Ondrush. And as Ron was saying, he'll have much more license in this game to push forward, the captain of Czechoslovakia. And Vízek right in there. It might come for Nahoda. Certainly, Czechoslovakia went into their first game really settling for a draw, and it was tactics that in the end cost them dear. And if one or two boos you might be hearing back home are going up for them, it's really because of that performance on Wednesday. All the supporters, I say, here for the Greeks. And here's Mavros for them. On for little Anastopoulos. Mavros going into the centre for a possible return ball. But Greece got the first corner. Certainly, Ron showing no inhibitions in his opening minutes.
No, the lad Anastopoulos looks very much as if he wants to get involved, if he wants to attack the defenders, similar to the way we saw the Spanish team start off the other night, and that's encouraging from their point of view.
Kapsis, who hit the woodwork with that late header against Holland, is right inside the goal area as Anastopoulos bends the corner in towards Mavros, and the goalkeeper Zeman in trouble with really the first thing that he's had to deal with. The Czechs very concerned about their goalkeeping position, and not really a convincing start from the man who came here as the number 2 choice. But a possible break here for Czechoslovakia. Vízek going into the middle, the ball with Nahoda, and it comes for Vízek. Can he work a shooting position? It was Kapsis who got out quickly to stop him. And in the end, it goes for a throw to Czechoslovakia, which Koloman Gurk will take. Masny is right in there trying to guide it on. And the header from Kozak. And Kostikos getting a good touch there for Greece. Firos playing it forward. And Ondrush cuts it out. And Ondrush again. taken up.
You know, Martin, there's a general school of thought that the Czechs are going to really score a hatful of goals tonight. And very often, you know, that's one of the hardest things possible. Particularly in view of the fact that the Greeks have got nothing to lose. They'll block it up, and if the Czechs don't get something early, there's a very real possibility they'll become frustrated.
Well, here's Panenka playing it in. Ondrus is right in there, and here's Berger. And Barmos looking to get behind the defender, but having to turn back onto his left foot for the cross. And it comes down towards Vizek. Masny, who's down. Really, Josef Benglosh hoping for a performance tonight out of Marian Masny. Well, Panenka is over the ball at the free kick, and he's shown a real willingness to try his luck from this sort of range. Vizek and Berger on the far post, with Nehoda and Ondrus. Well, just the start that Czechoslovakia wanted. We're in the 6th minute, and they get the first goal. Panenka, who has a good record of scoring in international football from midfield, and so often from that sort of range. That'll be a free kick for Nehoda's foul on Kirastas. And one wonders how the Greek confidence will stand up to the disappointment of going behind early. And that looked like a push by Ondrus. But Pat Partridge not impressed by the way that Kostikos went down.
Well, we were saying earlier that it's essential for the Czechs to get an early goal. They've got just that. Fully expect them now to really dominate the game, and expect them to win very, very comfortably.
Well, here's Ondrus for Vizek, and now Kozak. Barmos trying to provide the width on the right, receiving the ball under pressure. And here's Kuis, plays on the left-hand side of the Greek midfield, although he's predominantly